What's going on? What's happening, fellas? Let's get right into it. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about how important body language is when it comes to attracting women. Even if you get in the best shape of your life, you make a lot of money, you get status, you get swag, you still have to understand body language. Okay, guys, this is one of the reasons why a lot of guys are failing in their interactions with women. And not just with women, but in any social interaction. Okay, guys, understanding body language, understanding the difference between positive and negative body language will definitely make or break the attraction that women have for you. All right, guys, let's get right into it. Now, the first thing I want to talk to you guys about understanding body language is nonverbal communication. All right, fellas, nonverbal communication. Okay, guys, 93% of the communication you have with people, whether it's women, men, people at your work, your family, even your children, 93% of that communication is nonverbal. Okay, guys, it comes down to your facial expressions, how you move your body, how you walk, how you sit, how you stand. All these things fall into the category of nonverbal communication. Okay, guys, so it's not just what you say, it's how you say it. Okay, guys, how your face looks when you say it. What nonverbal communication does is it complements your verbal communication. It complements what you actually say, because a woman can come up to you and ask you a question or approach you and you approach a woman. And even though you're confident, even though you're sure of yourself, and even though you have self esteem, your body language can convey a totally different message. Your body language can tell this woman that you're not confident, you're scared to talk to women, even though you're not. So, understanding that nonverbal communication, 93% of your communication is based on you not even speaking a word. Okay, fellas, this is why people will judge you, even women, especially women, will judge you before you even talk. Okay, guys, and to be honest, when it comes to nonverbal communication, the way you dress, the way you smell, the way you look, that is nonverbal communication. That communicates to people who you are and what you're about and what type of man you are. Okay, fellas? So, presentation is everything, but understanding the nonverbal cues that you give when you're actually talking, that matters. Okay, guys, because that can make or break the attraction. Now, one of the biggest things, okay, guys, and this is my favorite part of this, is first impressions. First impressions are everything. When you meet somebody, everybody, and not just women, but everybody judges you within the first 3 to 5 seconds. Okay, guys, and I don't mean really judging you like if you're a bad person or a good person, but most women make the determination of whether or not they're going to sleep with you, or make the determination of whether or not you're potential for a relationship based on the first 3 to 5 seconds of meeting you. Okay, guys, this is why some women don't give you a chance, because in that first 3 to 5 seconds, there are some mistakes you're making, guys, like your posture. Okay, guys, I talk about this all the time. Your posture is a big deal. If I walk up to a woman or a man and they have bad posture, I'm going to start to formulate and assume things in my head about them that may not even be true. But the way they're standing and sitting or walking, it tells a story. Okay, guys, another thing is eye contact. The way you make eye contact with a woman, and I'm not just talking about just only making eye contact. The way you make eye contact with a woman, it tells a lot to the woman. Okay, guys, and she is going to make assumptions about you based on that initial first 3 to 5 seconds. Okay, guys, so if a woman looks at you, let's say you're in a gym, real simple example, you're working out, you hitting the weights, you get up off your set, you notice a woman, you guys make eye contact. And in that first 3 to 5 seconds, if you hurry up and turn your head or look down, and she can tell that you scared of women, she's going to be turned off. And if you try to approach her, you're not going to get good results. All right, fellas. So you have to understand. And she damn sure is not going to approach you if you do that. All right, fellas, unless she likes shy men. And more times than not, most women do not really desire shy men. Okay, guys. So you have to understand eye contact matter. Your facial expressions. Okay, guys, in the first 3 to 5 seconds, you want to have a positive facial expression. Now, sometimes you can't control your facial expression sometimes. Well, you really can, but sometimes you can't control. You just get bad news on the text, and then you turn around and you meet a woman and you got kind of a pissed off face. That's a random event that rarely happens. Okay, guys, but when you meeting people, when you meet somebody in those first 3 to 5 seconds, bro, the best thing you can do is smile, G. Okay, I'm not telling you to walk around just cheesing at everybody you see. But if you see a woman you're attracted to and you guys lock eyes in the first 3 to 5 seconds, give her a seductive look. Okay, guys, give her a seductive smile, a nice masculine grin. That will work wonders. Okay, guys, what it does is it makes you approachable, or it makes it easier for you to approach her. But when you walking around trying to look all tough all the time, yeah, that may intimidate men. Yeah, they may keep people away from you and, let people know not to mess with you. But when it comes to attracting women, there are a lot of women who you repel because your facial expressions suck when you first meet them. Okay, guys, so you want to have a relaxed, calm, masculine facial expression. Relax. I'm not telling you to walk around all happy. I'm not telling you to walk around all sad. But practice in the mirror, G. Like, look at yourself and notice your natural facial expression that you have from day to day, and that will definitely attribute to the women you attract. All right, fellas. Now, the next thing, why body language is so important when attracting women is it conveys confidence, whether you have positive or negative body language. Okay, fellas. Now, positive body language is basically you standing up right, standing up tall, shoulders back, chest up, you making eye contact with people, you walking straight like you on purpose. Okay, fellas, that is positive body language. All right, guys, positive body language is standing open, big chest. Okay, guys. Now, negative body language, tilting your head to the side, not making eye contact, slouching. When somebody's talking to you, you're kind of like listening to them like this. I used to have a friend, guys, and every time anybody would talk to him, he would give them the impression that he wasn't interested and he's not listening because of his body language. When he would listen to people, even though he was fully engaged, it was kind of like this. This is negative body language. If you're talking to me and I'm standing here listening like this, you don't really think that I care about what you're saying. Either I'm uninterested, either I'm bored, like I'm indifferent. Like it's negative body language. So when you're talking to a woman in public and you're talking to her like this, gee, she doesn't feel that you're interested in her. I'm not saying that you should pander and simp and be drooling at the mouth over her, but nice positive body language to let her know you're a masculine man, you're sure of yourself, you're confident, but you're also interested in her. Okay, guys? A lot of guys got this misconfusion when it comes to communicating with women. You think that because you're red pill, you get to disrespect women and be mean to women and ignore them and be indifferent with them. Bro, you're repelling, okay, guys, and running away a lot of women because you're not being open enough with your communication. You can still be masculine, you can still be red pill while displaying positive communication, body language. All right, guys. Now, the next thing is understanding emotions. And this is very, very critical, especially with women. Okay, guys. Now, if you can see here, empathy and connection. This is why this is so important. When you're dealing with women, there's a sense of empathy, okay, guys, and connection that you have to build with women when you're talking to them. I will give you an example. One day I was at the gym, okay, I was talking to this chick and we had a nice conversation. She was explaining to me something that happened to her, and whatever happened to her was kind of stressful for her. So as I'm listening to her, I'm kind of like nodding my head as she's talking. Okay, guys, so I'm following her as she's talking. Now, obviously, whatever she was saying, I'm not 100% interested in it, but I want her to understand that I'm interested in her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to nod my head while she's talking, not the whole time, like a pandering simp, and I'm just yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. But every time she makes an important positive point that I agree with, I would nod my head. If there is a point of the conversation where she gets excited and it's exciting for her, I would raise my eyebrows and kind of smile with her to show her that I'm emotionally connected to the conversation and I understand and I have empathy of her emotion. She's excited. I'm not gonna just sit there dull like, oh yeah, really? That's cool. It's like, damn, that's cool. That's what's up. You know what I mean? That's positive body language. Nodding my head, smiling, using hand gestures. These things matter. Okay, this is how you connect with women. Okay, guys, too many men got this thing where because some red pill coach told you not to get emotionally attached to women, you feel like you can have good conversations with women. This shit matters, fellas, a lot. Relating to people. I don't care how attracted a woman is to you. At a certain point, if she cannot relate to you at all in any circumstance, on any level, she's not going to want to deal with you. She probably will sleep with you, but that's all you're going to get out of that. Even though you can relate to people in many ways, You don't show them that with bad body language. You don't show them that in conversation when you're not actually showing them that you understand their emotions. Okay, guys, there are many situations in social interactions where body language can show a person that you feel what they're saying. Okay, guys, it's like if somebody came to you with a problem and they came to you crying about something and you just sitting there like, damn, really? It doesn't show interest at all. Okay, guys, the likelihood of that person coming to you again or wanting to talk to you or express themselves with you will be very low if you don't do this right. All right, fellas. Now, next thing, we getting there, fellas. Building rapport. Okay, guys, mirroring body language. This is something that is very, very critical that I actually learned in sales. Okay, guys, to mirror people's body language. I'll go back to my last point. Like if somebody's talking to you, if a woman is talking to you and she's expressing to you a point and she gets excited about it, I'm not telling you to be overly excited and you to get all happy and stuff and you to be more happy than she is, but show some type of reflection on your face that you understand what she's saying and you can relate to her, and by mirroring her body language, the likelihood, okay, guys, of her wanting to keep talking to you will definitely increase. Okay, guys, the point of this is encouraging dialogue and signaling agreement. Okay, guys, these two things are very important. If you want a woman to keep wanting to talk to you, you have to show interest in her. I'm not saying show obsession of her. I'm not saying to simp for her, but you have to show interest. Okay, guys, you have to be interested. It's one thing to be interesting. That's for a whole different video. But to be interested in people, this is how you get women. This is really, to be honest, guys, all this is seducing. Okay, guys, and people look at seducing as a bad word. No, seducing is great. Women want to be seduced. Women want men who are interested in them, who are masculine, who are competent, obviously, but who are interested in them. Okay, guys, just because a woman is attracted to you, just because you're a Chad, just because you look good, you got money, you on your shit, that doesn't mean you're going to get women. Okay, guys, you got to understand dynamics and communication. I'm not saying this is bigger than you practicing body game. I'm not saying this is bigger than you making money and getting out there and becoming a top tier man. But if you don't know how to communicate with women, G, what's the point? You feel me? Like, what's the point? So you got to understand, bro, if you want women to keep wanting to come back to you, okay, guys, and this is just all you not being boring. Okay, guys, there are many situations and many conversations that I've had with women that I really didn't care. Like, I really didn't care about the actual content of what they're saying, but I was interested in the chick. So even if her story was boring, okay, guys, I'm sitting there listening like, damn, really? Damn, that happened? Wow, that's crazy. You see this, guys, like that type of body language, like I'm into the conversation. I'm fixing my body because of what she said. You know, I'm like, damn, really? Wow, tell me more. Tell me more. Like, really? They did that? Oh, wow, that's crazy. Damn. You know, like that, you see that interaction, guys, it makes a big difference versus me just standing out saying, damn, they really? Damn, that's crazy. For real? Hmm. It's day and night, baby. Okay, guys, so you guys gotta understand. Now, last thing, cultural differences. Now, this is very important, okay? Depending on where the person was raised, depending on their culture, depending on their background or their ethnicity, is going to determine the body language communication. Okay, guys, I'll give you a quick example. One thing that I've noticed, okay, guys, and as I told you guys before, I tend to date or deal with probably more of Latina chicks. All right, fellas. But I remember one time I was interacting with this Asian girl, and I actually went to a family party that she invited me to. One of the things I noticed is that the people in the room, when they were talking, and most of the people in the room were Asian. Okay, guys, I think they were Japanese. Most of the people in the room, when they were talking, the distance that they were standing between each other was a lot further than I noticed that people like American people, people in the West, how they communicate. Okay, guys, so this matters when you're talking to women. So I give you another example. Like, so basically, what I learned is that, and I actually researched this as well. Most Asian people, typically Japanese and some other cultures, they maintain a certain amount of distance when they're talking, and it's out of respect. Okay, guys, they don't get as close as American people do when they're talking. Like if you're talking to your homeboy and he's from New York, y'all probably standing right there in each other's face and y'all screaming at each other. when it comes to certain cultures, it's not the same. Okay, that can be intimidating or that can be threatening. Okay, guys, or disrespectful. So you gotta understand, depending on the woman you're talking to, you need to understand whether or not you can, close in on the distance, maintain distance. Certain hand gestures matter. Okay, guys, this is something that people don't even talk about. Okay, guys, you can turn off a great woman because you don't understand cultural differences. All right, fellas, just like she has to understand your cultural difference and how you communicate. If you really like that chick and you want that chick, there's a little bit of, altering you may have to do in your body language. Okay, guys, maybe that's not something you want, but you have to understand that. And what that does is it prevents misunderstandings. Okay, guys, there are some women who are raised with a religious background that certain things you do is very disrespectful. Okay, guys, now maybe you may say, well, I don't want to deal with those type of women if I can't be myself. Gee, to each his own. I'm just telling you how to maximize your results. Okay, if you want to get all women. Okay, guys, all of this is just being aware of people, being aware of dynamics, being aware of your own body language. Okay, fellas, the best way to figure this out is to pay attention to other people. Pay attention to the woman. I'm not saying 100% focus on the woman and not focus on you, but when you're communicating with a chick, you have to understand seduction. I'm going to do more videos about this, but fellas, you have to seduce a woman in that moment. Okay, guys, I'm not telling you to make her the center of your life, but while you're talking to her, make her feel important. If you can pay attention to the woman's body language, if you can pay attention to the things that she does after you say something, or her reactions, or her eye contact, or her posture, and that can definitely help you understand your reactions and your feedback, okay, guys, and your body language. When you can understand whether or not a woman is interested in you or not in the first 3 to 5 seconds, you will do way better at this. Now, I'm not saying in the first 3 to 5 seconds as a woman, if a woman is not like drooling over you, you shouldn't pursue. But when you understand body language, that'll help you tell, okay, she might like me if I, run some game, or this woman just ain't going for me at all. And that can help you determine what your next step is. All right, guys, but body language is important. Okay, fellas, the best recommendation I can give you is to get in the mirror. Pay attention to the way you stand. Pay attention to the way you walk. Be conscious of your eye contact, your posture, your facial expressions. Okay, how you empathize with people when you're talking, your gestures, your hand movements. All of these things matter. And all of these things will determine your success with women. All right, fellas. So I do appreciate you guys for tuning in today. If you go check this video out, this video will help you with the mistakes that you are making when it comes to body language. All right, fellas, it's your boy KD. Thanks for tuning in. We out of here.